Okay, Mr. Holroyd, we're in your hands. Steer the ship, all right.
We're just waiting for Aubrey, but he'll tiptoe in.
Is there other people? What about Luke Palmer?
Those are the two we're waiting for. Should we give him a couple
Henry there.
Henry's there. Are you good for the...
Father Seldy's got a job too today.
Yep. You've got
doing what?
You've got a job.
You've got 1 minute. What, 1 minute Seldy?
He's there.
What are those boys doing there?
Yeah. Fellas, we're going to literally start in 20 seconds. So if you mind, if you're the right audience, come and sit down. Thank you. They're not visible on the camera. They asked for you here, so we could have some prep time. They're the year 11.
No.
Yeah, no, it's all right.
Okay, Aubrey's here.
Yeah, no, Loki P.
Luke Palmer.
Why is he there? Why is he not with you? Because we've got to present him. Luke Palmer, we need you. We've got to present you on stage. He's signing the card. He forgot we had Stacey's Just put Lukey P. Good morning. Good morning and welcome to this last assembly of Term 3. Today it's a virtual assembly, but we're also really happy to welcome some of our parents, and good morning also to the students and to the staff and to those watching online. Today's assembly is cultural, especially as we celebrate the achievements of our debaters, but also reflect on some involvements and projects of the last few weeks, like the Are You OK initiative and the senior production. First of all, as ever, we acknowledge the first owners of the land where this assembly takes place.
We are committed to supporting reconciliation between Indigenous and non-Indigenous Australian people. In keeping with the spirit of reconciliation, we acknowledge the Turrbal and Yagara peoples as the traditional custodians of the land on which Villanova now stands, and recognise that these have always been places of teaching and learning.
In the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. So here is a pattern for your living that will bring you true and lasting happiness. Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the reign of heaven. Blessed are those who mourn, for they shall be comforted. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they shall be satisfied. Blessed are the merciful, for they shall obtain mercy. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called children of God. Blessed are those who are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the reign of heaven. You have made us for yourself, O Lord. Let's rest into the rest. And Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Amen.
Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and a special welcome to our parents who can be with us here today, and also to the Senior A coach, Peter Sams, who's with us too. Today at Assembly we'll talk, and others will talk about the achievements of our Senior A debating team. And I know that history-wise, that this team has been outstanding in their achievements in winning the quarterfinal and narrowly losing the semi-final in the Senior A debating competition. So we have a chance today to congratulate them. You'll also hear about our senior drama production that was held over the last 2 evenings here at the college. Under our COVID safe plan, we had a small audience who was able to be here and to join with us. I had the privilege of attending that last night, and again, I want to say how impressed I was with the performance, with the quality of the performance by our students, but the whole show was a very, very professional production, and our young people are to be congratulated, as well as our staff, for the work that they did. So we'll hear a little bit more about that later. I want to just talk about 2 things today. I want to talk about a special group of people that we often don't see. At the end of every day here at this college, there's a group of people who come into our school, and they're the cleaners. They're an outside company, and the cleaners who come here are young people. They are people who choose to do this job. Most of them are at university studying, and as part of their work, they come here at the school to make sure that this place is tidy, and we don't see them. Every day, they walk into this place to pick up the mess that is left here by our students. Every day. They go through the classrooms, they vacuum them, they clean the desks, they put everything back in order, they do the grounds, they sweep the area. Over the holidays, they will gurney every surface to make sure it's clean for your return when you come back on the 6th of October on the Tuesday. They don't receive any thanks whatsoever. Very rarely does anyone go to them and say, thank you. Thank you for what you do for keeping this school so tidy. Erica, who you see around here each day, said that her greatest day here at the school was when the students in the afternoon helped her clean up rubbish. She said it was the best gift that she had received. I think for those cleaners, all they want to hear is a simple thank you. But I think there's more than that. I think they want to know also too that our students here at this school are prepared to look after this place. That they are prepared to ensure that they see a group of students, a group of young men who understand that if they do their part, it makes their job just a little bit easier. So that's a challenge for us next term. It's a challenge for each of us, that if we play our part, maybe, just maybe, we can make life a little bit easier for people who do a job that most people don't want to do. I don't see too many of our young people volunteering for that. So we need to be grateful and mindful of what we have here at this college. And today, as we celebrate the achievement of our students, that's a challenge for us. Finally, I want to thank all of our community, our students, our staff, our parents, for what has been a challenging term with regards to COVID-19 and the changes that we've had to put in place. As you know, the AIC Management Committee made the difficult decision last week to stop all sport continuing for the remainder of term 3. And that was a great disappointment to so many people. But I want to congratulate our students especially and our staff for the way in which you've taken all of those disappointments, those changes, and the way in which you have got on with the business of school with such dedication. Know that it is appreciated. Know that I am very, very grateful to the way in which you have gone about that. Finally, can I wish everyone an enjoyable break. It has been a very, very busy term, and all of us, our staff especially, are looking forward to a chance to have a break, but we wish everyone an enjoyable break. Stay safe and we look forward to your return next term. Thank you.
It's now my great pleasure to welcome to the microphone Mrs. Melissa Wilson, who's our enthusiastic debating coordinator, and this gives me the opportunity to ring the debating bell.
Thanks, John. Good morning, staff, students and parents. I'd like to start today with thanking our coaches, students and parents for their patience and persistence over the 2020 debating season. It was a season that posed some unexpected challenges. However, all students who enrolled in debating at least got the opportunity to participate in the first term of debates. Our senior teams almost completed their second round of the senior QDU competition before the restrictions were introduced, and we were lucky enough, with the support of our amazing teachers and coaches, to run an internal junior competition for the students in years 5 to 7. With 10 teams across the 3 year groups, there was some fierce competition and rivalry as they competed against each other, debating a different topic each round. I am sure that not missing an entire debating season, especially for our new Year 5 boys, will put them in a good position for 2021. I'd also like to thank Old Boy Max Eberhardt and our Senior A students and team members Luke Palmer, Henry Barris and Callum Moses for giving up their time to adjudicate at our junior competition. I know the students were excited to have you watch them and were equally impressed with the level of detail and feedback that you provided. A special congratulations to Old Boy Pete Sams and our Senior A debating team for their dedication and success in the QDU mini competition. After the initial competition was cut short, we appreciate the efforts of QDU to get this competition up and running so the students did not lose out on their final year of debating. Beginning their preparations in Term 3, 2019 certainly paid dividends, with the team making their way to the finals after wins against Brisbane Grammar, Nudgee College, Marish College, Ashgrove, and a quarter-final win against Churchie. We congratulate these gentlemen for their success and certainly helping to raise the profile at debating at the college. Furthermore, we look forward to having Luke, Henry and Aubrey back in 2021. I would now like to welcome Coach Pete Sams to say a few words before we introduce the team.
Thank you very much for this opportunity to come back to the school. It's certainly changed a little bit since I was here. I seem to recall there being more students around, but some things haven't changed, and I think that's the hard work and the good sense of humour that Villanova boys have. So firstly, let me extend my congratulations to this year's Senior A team, who managed to string together 4 wins and make their way all the way to the semi-finals in what is one of the toughest high school debating competitions in the world. Prior to this year, it had been over 4 years since Villanova had managed to win in that competition. To give you some context, back then, Barack Obama was still the president. The second most popular song in the charts was Justin Bieber's Sorry, pipped only by Justin Bieber's Love Yourself. I can tell there's probably a few Bieber bros in the classrooms around. There's absolutely no shame if those are still your favourite songs. When I first met this team, I'll be honest, they were hopeless. Sean couldn't string 2 sentences together. Luke had 20 things to say about everything, none of which were relevant. Henry never managed to show up on time. Aubrey was by far too quiet, and Callum, he's a redhead, need I say more. This team, quite honestly, was more shoddy than the foundations of the Veritas building. That's a joke one of those guys taught me. So, how did they do it? How did the easy beat perennial wooden spooners become a force to be reckoned with? Well, obviously we cheated. No, these guys have worked their backsides off. As Ms. Wilson said, they started working in term 3 of 2019, just working on general skills and subject matters. Obviously, there was some disappointment earlier this year when the season got cancelled, and then it was brought back on several months later on short notice. All the debates they won were short preparation, meaning that they came up with all the arguments and all the ideas themselves without my assistance. This is a testament to the hard work that they had done and the foundation they built for themselves in their achievements. They've gone far and beyond the call of duty, and they've done it all in this school's name and for this school's colours, and you should rightfully be very proud of their achievements. Finally, I just want to say something to all the students back in the classrooms. It appears that participation in debating has waned somewhat since my time at Villanova, and I appreciate all the students often get pulled in various directions, required to perform academically on the sporting field, in the music program, and so on. But consider this. Debating is about learning the art of persuasion. That is potentially the most valuable skill you will be able to learn as part of your education. For example, this school's motto is truth conquers, but if you read the news and see the anti-mask protests that are happening in Victoria right now, you might think to yourself, truth needs a little bit of help conquering from time to time. That's where persuasion comes in. Whether you become a scientist who has to convince governments that your idea for a vaccine is the most promising and the one that deserves to be funded. Whether, as we've heard today, you become a cleaner and you need to convince your client that you will be the best cleaner and that your methods are the best. Or whether you become a lawyer like myself and you need to fight for your client's rights. The art of persuasion is something that will help you no matter what your walk of life is. It's one of the most important life skills you can develop, and in our ever more competitive world, being able to persuade people to buy into your views will make you deadly. So I encourage you all to follow in the footsteps that these boys have provided and give debating a go, because it can really help you for many years. Thank you.
I'd now like to ask Mr. Pete Sams to congratulate and welcome our Senior A debating team for 2020. Starting with Aubrey Forster, Henry Barris, Luke Palmer, and co-captains for 2020, Sean Kearns and Callum Moses. I'd now like to welcome co-captains Sean Kearns and Callum Moses to the microphone to say a few words.
Since year 7, debating has been one of my most rewarding experiences at Villanova. Although it isn't as action-packed as real sports like rugby, football, and chess, nothing quite beats the feeling of giving an irrefutable rebuttal or getting an upset win on a more prolific debating school. Villanova Senior A debating has unfortunately not been historically successful. Even outside of Senior A, no team I have ever been a part of has been an inherently winning team. What changed this year isn't just the whole new group of boys who came into Senior A, but also the return of old boy Pete Sams who came in to coach us. Having started meeting as a group in term 3 of last year and over many free bacon and egg burgers, we learnt how to formulate and support compelling arguments evident in our performance in the shortened Senior A season this year. and that is very much accredited to Pete. I would also like to thank my teammates this year. I've never debated alongside any one of these boys, aside from Callum, who even still hadn't been in a debating team since year 9. Each of us were very consistent. Each of you were very consistent in giving excellent speeches, and I'm very proud to be part of the first QDU Senior A finals team from Villanova since 2010. Special thanks to Mrs. Wilson for being instrumental in organising the team and for being a mentor for all of us in debating over the years. We wouldn't be the debaters we are now without you. Thanks again, and I encourage any younger boy who's currently in the debating program to continue with it, and those who aren't to take it up. It is very rewarding, so thank you.
This year's been, by far, my most enjoyable year in debating. Starting in term 3 last year, we worked with our coach Pete Sams to prep for the season ahead. Every Tuesday morning, we showed up to get a head start against other teams in this highly competitive QDU Senior A comp. The knowledge and skills we gained during our preseason work were invaluable in the unusual competition that was eventually held this term. We enjoyed a stellar season, winning Villa's first Senior A debate since 2016 and eventually reaching the quarterfinals because of this hard work and dedication from our team, our coach Pete, and from Mrs. Wilson. We won 3 out of our 4 group stage debates against heavyweights like Brisbane Girls Grammar, and then took out Church in a high-quality quarterfinal. Unfortunately, we lost a tight semi-final to All Hallows, but reaching the semi-finals in such a competitive competition was a fantastic achievement. I'd like to take this opportunity to encourage anyone interested in debating to take it up, or anyone currently in our debating program to continue doing so. It's so rewarding, enjoyable, and teaches a lot of great skills. I'd like to thank Mrs. Wilson for her work throughout the season. In every meeting, email, and debate, her passion shone through and made our team and our season so much more successful and so much more enjoyable. I'd also like to thank our coach Pete. It isn't a stretch to say we would have struggled to win a debate without him, and next year, if we reach the finals, he might even get paid. Our run to the semi-finals is a testament to his knowledge, skills, and hard work. He was incredibly generous with the time he volunteered for no reason other than to improve our own debating skills, and for that, I'd like to extend my heartfelt thanks. I'd also like to thank parents, my teammates for their hard work, skills, and passion, and everyone else here at Villa that made our season possible. Thanks for your support, and as always, Can't the Cats.
Good morning, staff, parents, and students. I hope you're all ready and excited for the well-needed holidays. If you were at Villa Park 2 weeks ago against St. Peter's, you would have seen a number of students wearing Are You OK wristbands or with yellow strapping around their arm. This was done in support of Are You OK Day. If you're not familiar with the Are You OK Foundation, it focuses on mental health. More specifically, it focuses on recognizing if someone around you is struggling with their own mental health. Are You OK Round was created to help spark those conversations between Villa students and anyone in the community. I hope some of you have used this round as a way to ask those questions to your mates and anyone around you if they are okay. This simple conversation should just start with the question, are you okay? Then you should just listen. Let them talk about what may be bothering them and be supportive. Listening is key in all circumstances, as it allows people to let down their barriers and let out their concerns. Ensure to keep checking up on your mates to ensure they stay happy and positive. Sometimes school and other commitments can be stressful, so try and use these conversation techniques whenever you feel they may be needed. As I mentioned before, ensure you enjoy the holidays. Go out, have some fun, make some new memories, and take the well-needed rest. I know for the senior boys, it's been a very busy term, so relax, recharge the batteries, so by the time term 4 rolls around, you're ready to tackle it. There are only a few weeks left of school, so ensure you finish strong and get the grades that you desire. Finally, I just want to thank everyone who's involved in either rugby, football, or chess this year. I was really proud of the way we conducted ourselves both on and off the field, as well as the effort that was put into the season by everyone. Enjoy the holidays and look after your mates to ensure everyone can come back to school next term positive and safe and ready for the final stretch of the year. Thank you.
Good morning. On behalf of Father Peter Winnicky, our college chaplain, I commend our senior leaders, Max, Ty, and Murphy, as they work with Pat Franco in producing a short film, short interviews about our well-being. And I would encourage Louis Henderson and his team, together with Tom Price and Jack Stone in the year 10, to produce more videos or clips that will help us in our college community how to get healthy, how to keep learning, how to show kindness to self, how to connect more to self, to others, and to God, and how to take notice, especially in embracing the difference that we all bring in our college community. Thank you, and have a lovely break to everyone as well.
Over the last 2 nights, the senior production went extremely well, and I'd just like to take this time to thank everyone behind the scenes, the lighting guys to the people who got us the props and stuff like that. A special thanks to Mrs. Freeney and Mrs. Underhill for the COVID-safe plan and doing the tickets. Without that, we wouldn't have had a crowd and it just wouldn't have been the same. To Miss Kenny, on behalf of the grade 12s in your class, without you, the nights just wouldn't have been the same. You did everything behind the scenes, from helping Kyle learn his lines to helping me do some movements. Really, thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Thank you very much. And to the grade 12s who were there last night, it meant so much to our class. So thank you very much for being there. And do drama next year. Go on the Cats.
Ministry has been incredibly busy over the past couple of weeks, with all ministries working hard on their respective agendas. Some of the big ticket items include the Vinnie's raffle and Yarm's annual Father's Day stall. Both initiatives were an incredible success, and I'd like to extend my personal thanks to all the staff and students who gave up their time to ensure that all goods were packed and ready and that all the stalls ran as smoothly as possible. The total amount raised is still being counted for the Vinnie's raffle and the Are You OK Day held in the junior school last Thursday. YCS has also been busy too, with regular visits occurring all term and incredible progress being made on the new YCS garden in the junior school, which will hopefully be ready soon. The Green Team has also been busy working on creating more bottle and can bins to be placed around the school to help further improve our wastage habits here at Villanova. Ministry has been busy in the last week, with large projects being done and done well. Again, thank you to all those ministry students involved, as well as the whole Villa community, for constantly being supportive of these fundraisers and other events. I'd now like to pass the microphone to AFAS President Nathan Farrelly for a report on Mission Week.
As you all hopefully know, Mission Week was 3 weeks ago. Unfortunately, due to COVID-19 restrictions, we were not able to celebrate in the usual way. Instead, this time, we focused on less of the consumption part of Mission Week and more on education and teaching. Our Sari Sari stall, manned by the boys from Year 12 Business Cert 3, went excellently, raising almost $2,000 for AFAS, all because of you. I hope you all found the displays we set up instructive and interesting, and enjoyed participating in some of the activities we ran throughout the week. We are also fortunate enough to have some of the boys from Yarm run a Mission Week stall, who raised over $500 for AFAS, and a Father's Day stall, which raised $1,500 for both AFAS and Movember, which is an organisation raising money for men's mental health issues, which, as you could imagine, would be particularly important in this time. A massive thank you must go out to all the volunteers who committed their time to helping us, to all the teachers who facilitated behind the scenes, and to you, the people who bought the food and supported us. Please know that the money you spent will go to a great cause and will improve the lives of so many. Thank you.
One final issue I wish to mention is that many of you are probably thinking, why should I do ministry? What's in it for me? Well, I have an answer for you. That answer is satisfaction and appreciation. Ministry is a selfless, service-based co-curricular. There are no fancy awards. There is little recognition. But seeing people's faces light up when you put forward that helping hand, seeing people's reaction when you help organize their last-minute Father's or Mother's Day present, seeing the real difference and the real contribution that you make to the lives of everyone else around you, there is no other feeling like it, and is probably one of the greatest experiences you can ever have whilst you're still at Villanova. You also develop an appreciation for what you have, how privileged we are as individuals. Unlike what you see on social media where privilege is viewed as a bad thing, Villanova Ministry allows you to use your privilege in a pragmatic way that truly helps those less fortunate than us. It is not too late to join a ministry. Come along to any of the meetings to get started and make a real difference to not just our school, but also to our wider community. And now to the raffle draw for our signed raw merchandise.
We sold all 200 tickets, and we have two glamorous assistants modelling here the merchandise. We're going to draw out 4 tickets, make a note, and deliver to the winners today. All the proceeds go to Vinnie's Youth. Vinnie's Youth are bringing projects to underprivileged young people, 2 in particular, a Buddies Day next week, and also they're setting up a new Soccer Stars program. Soccer clubs are eye-wateringly expensive. This is a free soccer club, and they're opening a new one in Inala. It's run by someone who was at Villanova College called Dan Ingledew in 2013. So can I ask, please, Nathan to draw the first ticket? This is someone called BAD, so I'll have to try and find out who that is. Isaac, next ticket, please. Dean Kasalakis, I think I know who that is, so you'll get the second choice, Dean. Can I ask Mr. Stow to do the third one, please? Charlie Berridge, we know who that is, another Year 8 student. Tyke, please, number 4. Kobe Crichton, 5 blue. Pete Sams, can you do the 4th one, please? I've got glasses where I can't see anything when I'm wearing them, and I can't see anything when I'm not wearing them. This looks like another junior school ticket. Jimmy Audette. So, fellas, we'll be catching up with you later today, and we'll give you the choice in that order. That concludes today's assembly, and I'd like to wish everyone a happy holiday, and a particular thank you again to the parents who could be with us today. Thank you. Oh, is it? Barbara Ann?